What time do you play?
I'm doing Madden right now.
You have a game tomorrow, right? What time?
Got a game at 6.
And that's your last normal game?
Yeah.
So how do you guys play your tournament?
The playoffs? They do the brackets and then you go from there.
I know, but do you still just play once a week?
I don't know. No, I think it'd be probably like all week. I don't know how to get through it.
Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
It's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. For the second of 3 games here on this Sunday, we continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, set. Drill, 52, set.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Down.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Just to Algier. And they can't bring him down. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, 63 yards. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Aubrey good with the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Ritter.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Touchdown, Cowboys! Mike Evans, 61 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see what actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
We're going to 53. Hey, 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Prescott now. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 1 from the 2. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready?
On play action, here's Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for this. Here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw, Ritter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the ready.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready, set.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Ritter now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And London, the motion man right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A beautiful fake. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And it'll be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And but he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on now is the Clemson man, Brad. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
And they'll run it here. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Ready.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2nd and 9. Prescott off play action. This is caught by Evans. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action now. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Powers through it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Second down, Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Algier will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed. A gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
Down.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for
3 yards a carry at the moment. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Algier. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going play action. Ritter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with the first. Cordell Patterson! And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2nd and 5.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Miller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A good pickup there at 22. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Charge.
Ritter. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Okay,
2nd and 10.
Green jack. Hey, blue. You, yellow. Hut.
Ritter back to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ritter from the gun. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Scotty Miller from 17 yards out. And the Falcons drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps. Defensive front, they've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams.